We live.
All right, we live now.
We up.
Finally, y'all. Sorry for the delay. We was on CP time. Sorry, no, we wasn't. Other people was on CP time. But I don't know what episode we are on, but we live again with part 2.
Oh, you
So I mean, you gonna put it all on the mic, Maya.
We was trying to apologize.
But no, y'all, we are back for part 2 of There Is Two Sides to Every Story with our guest C's is here because he had to come clear up some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You had everybody. You had a few people texting me ready to shoot you.
Dang, I shoot.
That bad.
Some people was agreeing. Some people was like, "No, you got to tell a little bit more on that."
I tried to make it as unbiased as possible, but
I think you did a good job, though.
you know, it's definitely
You
gonna
sure
be.
you tried to make it unbiased?
Right.
Of
Yeah,
course,
I think you did.
y'all probably not. Of course, I'm like outnumbered.
You
Like,
are
You know what I'm saying
outnumbered.
about the feminine energy, but still, like it's
No,
definitely probably.
it ain't that.
No.
It's not
probably,
that.
It's probably
No.
definitely coming from a male perspective that y'all not having the time to sit and like actually comprehend. You know what I mean? When it's like it's hard to know what you're doing until it's done to you, and it's hard to like sometimes your mate be telling you something, and it's hard to really pick up on it. Like to me, it's like in the classroom. Like some lessons you learn outside. You heard it in the classroom, but you didn't pick it up. You learned it
I
elsewhere.
agree with that.
You
Because
learned it
when
I didn't hear it at home, but I heard
Yeah.
it when we was here last time. It was a few
Right.
things I took back home. I have not implemented yet, but
You heard some
Like,
things.
but
I heard some
like
things I need to work
subconsciously,
on.
like we all want to change, and we
I'll
hear
work
our
on
mate
it.
complaining and stuff like that. But you be locked in your habits or things or ways you feel like you should go about changing these things. But then when you get time alone, it sink in. You know what I'm saying? It don't always sink in when you're in the middle of the argument or when they
I
just making a
guess.
valid point.
Okay,
That's true.
very much so. Don't start dropping gems right now. Hold on.
That's why you got to make sure that you, what they say, listening to understand and not to respond.
And not to
Yes.
respond.
Yeah, I
That is
agree.
very-
I
I've been
agree.
li- I live. Oh, I love that. So
I
I want
always do
to.
it, though.
You know,
What
you say? Ready to
Well,
It's
they always
respond.
do that.
honest.
She be thinking about what she finna say.
That's hard. That's a hard thing to
That's a
master
hard
right
thing
there.
to do. Just shut up and be like, oh.
You don't really gotta necessarily shut up though. I don't. I just be
Not
still taking it
CG, and I'm
in.
going
I hear you.
Nah. See you.
But
take
how
it-
you gonna
don't listen to
listen?
her.
If you arguing, y'all talking about an argument though. That don't mean you ain't hear nothing. You might caught something that they said in an
Yeah.
argument,
Mhm.
and then you learned from that. It'd be like, okay,
or
he
it's
was
just
right.
regular
Yeah.
You know, so
conversation.
just because we was arguing don't mean I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I'll probably.
Oh.
listen to it right now.
Really?
Brent on your head.
Ooh,
We just gonna ignore that
Everybody-
comment.
Oh my god,
We gonna
Put it
ignore
on
that
the screen.
comment.
You know, we gotta make sure they hear this all the way. Hear his own.
What you
Never
say,
shut
Crystal?
up.
What?
Oh, okay,
Look,
you're right.
move
All right,
along,
so
move
move
along.
on.
No, don't be ignoring his comment.
So it was a few things that people asked about. You said, and I'm not quoting it for real because I was listening as I was taking notes.
Mhm.
But you mentioned that men are up to the challenge of responsibility. You don't think they fear it, but sometimes they lack the mental capacity of it.
Yeah.
And the question was, do you honestly think that men don't run from responsibility at all? And you think it's just fear? I mean, not fear.
I've seen it in multiple, like, and it's just you gotta see it in this like entire form. Like, so it might come out to the public like you ran in fear, but it might be internal things that you don't know that was adding up to this man's final decision. You get what I'm saying? That results in you be like, oh well, you didn't handle your responsibility, but you don't know the things that added up to why he's not handling, not making it right. Not saying that it's justified or it's right, but this led to the actions to part ways or not go into the leadership role that you were supposed to be going into or the man spot that you were supposed to be going into.
So why couldn't you discuss that with her?
All discussions with your woman, you're not going to be able to get clarity because we deal with logic, y'all deal with emotion. So not saying that
disagree.
y'all, not saying that you
I-
always do, but you're going to deal with your heart first, instinctively. That's
That
just
we
you.
do.
Not me.
Right.
We
That's
do.
instinctively.
Women Men in
Y'all
general,
care.
we
My
Y'all
do.
husband
care.
can testify to that. I don't.
Women
We do.
care.
I
Your
don't though.
initial reaction is emotional.
Right.
I promise you.
That's why,
is.
and I can show
Is
you.
that only
You
for
may have
females, y'all
just learned
saying?
how to shelter it.
I can show
Huh?
you.
Is that only for
Because when you
females,
gon-
y'all
when you
saying?
gonna tell
No,
me,
Oh,
but
like if I tell you something that you disagree with, you gonna tell me I feel.
Mm-mm.
Feel is not real.
That's not me.
I don't say
You-
I
mean,
feel.
but maybe not you guys.
Right.
Female,
I
I've
feel
never
you.
seen no female say
Li-
that though.
I-
Because we
listen,
got everything
but
ain't
when you
probably
say
not
worldwide.
listening.
feel,
You
it's
probably-
basically you
you
saying
already
like,
starting your sentence
Oh,
off
okay. I
wrong.
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Though. I get what you're saying.
Like
Yeah.
you starting your sentence all wrong. As soon as you
So
led
what was
with
you
feel,
supposed to say? What was she
What-
supposed to say?
the man gonna tell you what it is. Like, oh, it might sound ugly, but he ain't telling you like, well, I feel like you should be doing this. He's
Uh-huh.
like, you should be doing this. He stood on this is what he wants.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a demand. Like you both setting your standard. But if
Mhm.
you telling him like, I feel like you should be woo, that don't make it right because you feel that way. Nah, I'm supposed to take in your feelings though.
Correct.
You know what I mean? I'm not just supposed to disregard it, but that don't make it a fact. Your feelings don't make it a fact. You know what I'm saying? Facts is facts. I don't care what you feel. Like you can be like, people will be like, I don't like LeBron James, but you can't change the fact that
Thank
he
you.
a champion, that he
Yeah, I get
scored
it.
what he
Yeah.
do, he make
So-
money. You
So
can't
that's what
change
I'm
that.
saying. For me personally, I
Mhm.
know my husband can testify to this. I never ever argue with him. Like I feel like I just don't. I really speak from like stuff and standing. Like depending on the situation, or depending on what we're actually talking about. I don't go off exactly what I feel. When I have conversation with him, we real life sit down and have a conversation. And I would say what I think or what I thought.
Mhm.
I'm like, but you know what? I did feel like this. Outside of I'm already gave other scenarios to it. I've always gave like what it could be, what it might be, how I might be taking it, maybe how you
How
might be saying it
fiery
to
is
me.
this conversation?
And what
Right,
I
we
put this on
missing-
everything. I just don't. I don't go
But
off.
no,
I
no.
feel like
How
you should be
much
doing
fire
this.
is
No.
in it? Like,
So every time you say you
conversations can be
feel,
discussed,
it's
and we can
emotional.
get common ground.
it depends on the
Debate-
You don't have
conversation
to
though.
say. and
Debates kind of go
most
up and
women
down.
don't say I feel. I think the point that was missed is
Mhm.
not necessarily that you coming out saying I feel,
Mhm.
but most women when they react,
Mhm.
they react
Off
based off
feelings.
the feelings first.
I agree.
Right.
I
And
agree.
then they
That's-
double back to the reality or the
Right.
factual.
So we supposed to sit
I
there.
feel
and
like
do
that's
what?
situational
I
as
mean,
well.
So in most cases, and if you talk to like therapists or like life coaches, that's why most people tell you when you having a real intense conversation, your first reaction is not what you're supposed to speak on
Mhm.
because
Correct.
that's going to be
Correct.
the emotional
Emotional part.
reaction
Mhm.
to
Exactly.
the conversation.
Correct.
And this is any relationship, spouse,
Friendship,
friendship,
work.
kids.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
you want to be able to sit. And again, back to what I said, if you sit with it, it gives you the opportunity to fully understand it. And then your response, while
be
again,
better.
it may still have some emotion into it, you're going to be able to put some factual context behind your response versus it being
So-
entirely off of your emotion.
So maybe that's the part I'm coming from. I really like. I'm a certified relationship coach. I've processed that over years. Like that's how I respond all the time.
But you
So
trained.
maybe my younger days I could
But
have
see now
reacted off
you,
emotion,
but now
now-
you're going
Line
until
like
you
that.
trained to do that.
But
Well, that's
most-
what I meant. I don't really go into
Okay.
anything on emotion. I realize
can
when
say
I
I
testify
do.
about it, I just don't.
I'm not.
But
perfect. I'm
women
still
in
learning.
general,
And
our
yeah.
feelings
Most.
is
Yeah.
gonna be
Yeah.
involved in every decision that we make.
Agreed.
We make them off feelings.
Agreed.
we make ours off
Men don't
instinct,
make theirs off feelings. And
off
once
gut instinct.
we
You know what I mean?
once we learn that they don't operate off feelings like that, we'll
So-
be better off. They don't operate
I
off
agree.
So
feelings.
I don't
Once
think
you
that that's
learn that.
all
Yeah.
men like that because there are men out here that act off feelings.
But
why
see,
you
we
think
all-
taking
men-
it as
Wait, because
you
now
taking
you
it as
thinking
like
about
they don't
men.
have feelings. They
No, I didn't say
have
that they
them,
don't
but
have
they
them.
don't react
Men
off
do
them.
react off feelings. You got a million men out here that killed their wives and girlfriends because she cheated. Your feelings was hurt. You
Mhm.
were sad. You acted
No,
off
that was
emotion. He
a-
didn't do anything logic. You
Mhm.
took someone's life. That's not logic.
Now, that's- you
So
got-
how's
he
that not
tried to-
emotion?
you-
Explain that to
Exactly.
me.
That's what I was
Well,
about
we
to
need a
say.
mental page.
That's a psycho.
Nah.
But that's still him acting.
And I
Psycho, that's all
guarantee you,
mental,
it was
right?
things that led up to that made her
It's still-
aware or whoever aware that knew he was capable.
You're missing
of
it. He
that.
still did that off of his emotions. He didn't do
But-
anything out of logic.
Well, I think
Explain
no,
what you was gonna say.
what you missing because I caught this with Jen too. What she's saying is that's not an emotion. He probably had a mental illness
or a mental
So-
break,
Or a
mental
or he
breakdown.
snapped.
Yeah.
So y'all
He
saying
snapped.
y'all never heard a man go bust out a girl
I'm
windows?
not-
That's
Yeah.
emotion.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
emotion.
I'm not
But-
saying that.
Right,
I
but
was
that
just
might not have
saying
been
his
his first react.
So
That's
wait,
what we saying.
So are we saying that men at all don't act off emotion?
No.
Only
No,
women
No,
do.
that's
I'm
not
not
what we
saying
saying.
So
that.
what I'm giving you examples on how men do, and you're saying that they're not. So
See,
explain.
No.
If
Explain.
this was a pie chart, right?
Not a pie
You
chart.
talking about me, right?
Yeah. If this is a pie chart, it'll be less percentage of men. That's
Oh, I get you
reacting.
that way.
See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm
Well,
not
that's
saying
what
what he was
all.
saying.
No,
Like
no, I
most
got
men.
that. I'm talking about when I'm gonna give you an example of a man acting off emotion. You saying that's not. So give
Yeah,
me an
that's-
example of men acting
What
off
she was
emotion,
saying
so we
is
can
So
know that
the
we're on the
window-
same page.
No,
the
what
window
you
thing,
said,
I
that-
agree.
There we go.
Yeah,
Thank
that's-
you.
The
yeah.
window
Yeah,
thing,
busting
I
out a
agree,
window,
the-
but that might not have been
killing-
his.
Whoa, so I switched it. I said killing, and I
then
changed
you
it to
changed it to
knocking
the
out the
window.
window. So y'all still
Okay,
think about the kill,
yeah.
the man that murdered his wife. I changed it for you, ladies.
But I still think that's
I know.
a crazy man.
that is a
too.
crazy man. But hold on,
I don't
changed
think
it
a woman
to
that busts
emotion.
out a man window is an automatically crazy woman. Like I
But the
think
man
a
gotta be
man-
crazy and she not?
yes,
Oh,
I
Lord.
do think
You
that
crazy in the
Yeah.
fact of destroying somebody else's property. in the
you
first
are,
place,
but I'm
'cause you
saying
don't
to
know
the
what's gonna
extent
happen.
of
Yeah, you
don't
how
know.
how
So you
deep
crazy.
it's gonna go. Like I don't know. It's just
No, you can't justify that.
Well, yeah, that's why I
You
changed
can't be
it.
like,
I didn't
yeah,
want to
well,
go
she
that,
ain't
that
crazy.
far.
She
into
was just
crazy.
hurt.
Y'all was
Y'all,
real
like,
literal.
y'all probably was rooting for Angela Bassett when she burnt up
it's
my
somebody
man.
telling
Say-
you look like you cuss your
Lady.
man clean out.
Look like she
Brent.
Wait, he said white hat.
with no
So-
glasses. That's you.
Oh.
That's
Just
you,
like-
Crystal.
Like you cuss your man.
just like you cussing your man clean
And she gonna hold herself like it can't be
me.
me.
Hey,
Yes,
I do
you.
it real properly too.
see, yep.
Like,
That's the only
no.
thing. It's calm.
So how you supposed to
Crazy,
be calm?
huh?
Okay, because I'm still learning this.
So,
like I said,
calm
I'm
crazy
healing.
and loud crazy is two different things.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
I don't know. I'm
It's still
asking.
it's still
Because
in the
I'm
middle.
thinking while
It's
I'm
still in the
calm,
middle
and
of
I'm
crazy.
okay with having a small
I
conversation.
think
can
a
argue just
calm
like
you're
this.
person
crazy
is
when you
more
calm.
crazy.
More
I was just about to say that.
Okay.
I
This
agree.
But
motherfucker
what
crazy
is you
right here.
doing to be called crazy?
Because if I'm calm and we in a heated, and I'm like, you know what? Okay.
Is you
Mhm.
breaking shit? Is
A
you
man gonna be
storming?
like, shit,
He
is
said
fucking crazy. Something wrong with her.
Yeah,
So it's
because
some
this ain't
men
our,
that-
this ain't our typical.
But
see,
wait a
what
minute,
y'all don't be
y'all.
Oh, so if
realizing
you're
is
not
Let's
used
not
to
call
it.
people that crazy because there
Right.
could
You
be
see,
somebody
a
that really
man,
got
like the same
control
way-
over themselves.
the same way
That
that y'all
bust the
not used
windows
to
out?
being,
Well, nah.
the same way y'all
Right.
not
That's
used to
not
being
control over yourself.
No, I ain't
To
talking
bust
about
somebody
that.
windows out.
handled.
No, I'm
You
talking about
lost
when she
control
said-
when you
What?
bust their
No,
windows
not
out.
the windows. I'm talking about when you said when you
Curious swing on that.
calm arguing with somebody.
Because
I'm saying,
right,
can't
it
that
just
just
sound
be-
crazy to me.
It
How you
does.
gonna calm argue?
But why we can't talk about
That's-
people who got
that's
control of
called-
themselves?
That's
Is
not
it?
arguing.
You know
No, it's
how-
not
it is.
arguing.
You know
I don't
how-
know what
think
it is.
that's
If you
arguing.
screaming at me,
No,
I mean, you
it
telling
is.
me,
I
you
ain't
know,
about-
this
It's
and that.
called. So if again, because y'all know.
Tell me, because I want to
I'm-
know
I'm
what
about
that's
to-
called, please.
So I can't. I wish see, y'all got tip with me so I can bring y'all the terms. Again,
Okay.
read the book, my homegirl book.
Thank
She
I was
talk-
just saying that, y'all. ain't listening to
They
me.
talk about and I again don't quote me on the term, but they talk about the proper way to argue. So you
Mhm.
do not have to
Yell,
yell, scream,
right.
cuss,
Thank you.
But
or
that's
act
not
a
what she
fool
said.
to argue.
She said one person yelling at you and the other person not saying nothing.
Nah,
No, she
That's
said
what
just
she
being
said.
calm.
I
and
thought, yeah,
going
how I'm
back and
supposed to be
forth.
calm if somebody yelling at me? That's
nah,
what I
I'm
said.
not saying that's
Oh,
all.
some
that's
people just
automatically
don't
challenging.
yell or get upset. You
That's
know, I mean,
automatically
get up.
a
I'm
challenge.
not gonna say
Am
that
I
I don't
supposed to
get
take a deep
upset.
breath and be like, don't
Maybe
talk
for a
to me
second.
like that?
Maybe for a second.
I mean, you.
Now
I
wait.
mean, there's a
Is you
calm
being
way to say that.
disrespected or this just loud conversation? That's a total difference.
Loud
Now, if you just
conversation.
loud, I can
Okay,
just-
if we
I
start
walk
off the
away.
conversation, we talking and the other person get
They say
It's
hear a
just-
swing
it-
on
whatever.
That's okay.
I saw that.
That's all right.
That's
Is
all
you
right.
disrespecting me?
Thanks, Brent.
Oh no,
Please
I'm not
come back.
disrespecting you.
All right, then I can hear that shit. You niggas done been.
So
that's
it's
what I'm
just
telling you.
loud
Men
talking?
don't-
Yeah.
Men don't react off that emotion. Like you can't hurt a man's feelings until you hurt his pride, his ego. Like so, all the
So
yelling.
you
and
can yell at me
screaming
and I'ma cry.
disrespected
Yeah,
when
but
they
if you-
start.
I'm
but
sensitive
you
like
gon-
that.
If
Like
we yell at you, you gonna
I
take
can
that
yell
a
at
total
him, but if
different
he
way.
yell
So
at
now
me,
a
I'm
conversation
going
that
to
could've
cry
been
I
because
laugh.
he's
I
not a
laugh. You
yeller.
said it, he gonna be like,
I'm
"Ooh,
just
child."
saying he's not a
Like,
yeller.
No, I'm
So
talking about
But
mine
I
in the
told
same
you
way.
valid
He's not a
stuff.
yeller.
You see what I'm
Me,
saying?
I'm a yeller.
So
You
you
yell.
emotional too.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
for
what's
sure.
up.
People don't talk to me like that no more.
Yeah, see,
I'm
All
like,
right.
don't
you
talk to
set
me
a
like
standard.
that.
There you go.
So
You set a standard.
Maya was speaking on this last time
Well,
too.
what I was speaking on.
She said, Maya was speaking on the men who
Hey,
don't
Jasmine.
want children, but for them to just not have sex. Then you were saying that's not going to happen at all.
Wait,
you don't
repeat
believe.
that?
So
Yeah, start
Maya
over.
was
That'll never
saying
happen.
because we were talking about men who
I'll just be
just out here just poking or saying they don't want children, but
But they
not
out
taking
here
the proper
smashing.
precautions to make sure they don't have it. So she was saying, if you don't want children, just stop having sex, go jack off. And your response to that was, that's just not going to happen. That's their reward. So my question is, shouldn't a man that is just not sure and just don't, or not sure, who's sure that they do not want children, why not go get fixed?
Why would I do that?
So
Is
why
that
wouldn't
wouldn't
you
you
have
pride or
Nah.
something?
Why
no,
wouldn't you?
No,
though?
I get it. Like, I get your question.
I mean,
is
because
valid.
she said sure.
why
Like
would
if
I?
you
Yeah, you
100%
sure.
Because your
Yeah,
mind can
100% sure.
change.
Yeah.
life
You can fix that too.
Life changes
You
your
can?
mind
Yes, you can
all the
reverse it.
time.
Oh, you can.
So you
Very
can,
easy.
I never knew that.
It's a
Man.
20-minute procedure. You can reverse it.
Oh well, see there
Mm.
you go, bam.
all right,
Bam.
so now you
Well,
got a
no.
solution. But
I
for,
understand my
but
point.
look,
Let me back
First-
up. Let me back that up real quick. I'm sorry before you chime in.
Mm.
Let me be very clear that I did say that.
Oh
and-
my gosh. Brent,
What?
take them away. Kira,
Hold on. Wait.
I'm
getting
sorry.
fixed is some painful shit.
Oh, okay.
We skipped
He
over
did it.
all right,
him.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna say something about that shit, Brett. Hold on, man.
But let me be
Oh, he
clear
got
on
Oh,
what I
Jesus,
was
I'm going
saying.
back to that one. Come on.
Let me be
Go ahead,
clear on
yeah.
what I was saying
He
last
said
week.
fit-
That's
so
what I was
although
talking
I
about.
said they should refrain from sex, the bigger point that I was trying to make is that
He said the same
as
thing.
adults, we have to make better decisions.
I said
So in your mind of minds, if you absolutely know at whatever stage in your life that you're not ready to have children, there are things that you should do as a man and things that a woman should do as a woman to prevent that from happening. And then should it occur, it's everybody's responsibility. Because
He
I
agreed
think we
with you
also
when you
touched
said that.
on that it's the man's responsibility. No, it's the woman's. No, it's everybody's
Nah,
responsibility.
let me
Because
let me teach you.
So
something.
he agreed when you
Let-
said
let
that
me-
last
let me-
time. But
let me-
she
let
said
me-
that's on you women.
let me teach
Because
you
you shouldn't
something,
let
right?
you know he
teach
want no
me something.
kids.
So no, women need to run better preventative measures on their vagina. Period. Because I get it. It's a two. Listen. Hear me out.
Oh,
See how you emotion.
you gonna be in
Emotion.
here at the
Chad,
party.
you hear that emotion?
How's emotion? We didn't
Listen,
scream.
because-
I'm
We
just
were
asking
very
a
No,
question.
because, listen, because you ain't listening. You like, sir. Let me show you. Let me
Okay.
lead the way.
Lead the way.
Your boyfriend, your man, we like, you ever had a dog and you just keep it in the room and then you let it out and that motherfucker just don't know how to act. It's just hype like that. That's how we is when it comes to vagina. We go work hard and all that, and then when it's on the floor, this is why men lose their mind for this shit. Niggas die about it, kill about it. Niggas will stalk you about it.
so
So that's
all of that.
emotions, right?
So you can't
But
put
listen,
a
that
condom
is
on?
one thing.
that
Listen,
emotions?
besides that
Yes
is
or no?
no.
No.
That's
He lying.
That's not emotion.
no, because men got presets. We only want a few things in life for certain. You
I don't
what
know
I'm
that
saying?
these are
like
men.
you might get.
Yeah.
I don't
This
know that
is
these are
men.
men.
How many men have you surveyed to see that I'm lying?
I don't know, but I
All
want
right,
to
then.
survey
So
it.
it's coming
But
from the
I
see,
want
horse.
to
but
It's
survey
then
coming
when
from the
you're
horse's
talking
mouth.
about men, you
Listen,
gotta
it's
talk
coming
about
from-
boys too, because a
Yeah,
lot
but
of
we-
them get caught up
Yeah, but we
young
ain't
before they
talking
even
about
come
no seven.
to a man
I'm
to
only
even
talk-
be able
okay, so
to
what
do
you want me
that.
to take you from my 17-year-old
No, I
me
wanna
to my
take-
30-year-old me?
I mean,
All right, so
at
that's even
17,
better.
No.
That's even better. That's
I was
even
just trying to figure
that's
out
even
why that's
better.
not an emotion if you said he's stalking her and killing over her
No.
and stuff like that.
No, he's
Because
talking
So what place is
the
that coming
power
from?
of the PUSSY is
Yeah, we know we got some
serious.
powerful
Emotion.
stuff.
I don't care
No,
what y'all.
see, that's what y'all got.
We do. It's
Listen,
powerful. You just
listen.
said it.
Yes, it has power. The woman who has it don't. It's plentiful out there. So it's not you. It's the lust that we have inside of us for you. It's not necessarily you. That's why you could be like, I see with this beautiful woman, but cheated with this ugly one because he wanted to have sex. He wanted to go do dog shit. But y'all don't understand that. And a man can't just sit up here with you
What that
in the
got to
locker
do with the
room.
question?
Let me,
Mm-mm.
so she intersected.
Okay,
So
I'm
I
just
had to
trying
make
say-
What I
segue
had to say?
over here.
I'ma touch back
you
on
asked
this.
me something, so I
I
had
Yeah,
to
I
back
asked
bounce
you
on
off
how
her
was it
question.
emotional? Yeah.
Right. So now your thing is why ain't we making better decisions and
Because you can simply put a condom on.
true and but condom don't prevent it all the time. And both people know at the point in time with a condom not on there. So y'all both running the same risk. That's like saying, like, you know what? I ain't gonna take no responsibility for what's going on. But since you the one shot up the club, no, you was in the car.
Right,
You
I
going
see
down-
that. I see
no,
it both
no.
people.
You going down for the body too. You
What?
roll with me. I called you. All of this.
Right.
We going all in the same position. So it's not one person that should have been doing this.
Absolutely.
But what you're not realizing is men thrive for vagina. Y'all, we live for that shit.
We don't thrive for
No,
dick.
y'all don't.
Yes, we
Hell
do.
no.
Because I love
Y'all
some
will
penis,
take
baby.
dick.
I'm
That's the
married.
difference.
do.
That's the difference. Y'all will take dick. Y'all don't go out and search for this shit like niggas do.
Oh, y'all
That's
search
on our
for it?
mind. Hell fucking yeah. What is see
Why is y'all
this
searching for it?
because it's hard to get.
Y'all searching for vagina.
Somebody said they
What
do.
the fuck?
Somebody said
What's
they
wrong
go
with
out there and
y'all?
do.
See, look,
That- she
hold on.
said I
Let me
do.
get the let me get the
Y'all out here searching for
let me get
vagina.
the flow
Because y'all
for a
come
minute.
at me all the time.
Let me
What
answer. Let me
Yeah,
answer her
well,
too.
yeah.
Let me answer her too. So for the woman that's searching for the dick, you obviously not looking in the right places because there's 30 niggas in your contacts that'll fuck you right now.
All right.
No
I
strings
gotta-
attached. Wait.
I'm
That's
about to
her.
run
I'm
that
going
one.
off of her. Now you say y'all don't search for it.
I
Men
said
do.
y'all.
What,
We
what you mean
do.
by
This
search?
is the
Search.
hunt
I got
for
something
it.
for you.
Why y'all
This
on
is
the
why
hunt for
niggas.
it?
This is why
Hold
niggas
on,
in the
can you
club.
answer
This is
that?
why niggas
What do you
buying you
mean by-
drinks. This is why niggas blowing up your
Where's my bell?
phone.
I'm
This is
about
why
to
we want to
start
buy
ringing
you
my bell.
flowers. This is why we want to.
Hold on 1 second.
Mhm.
I gotta need you to back because I gotta get this point. Because
Okay.
y'all be moving too fast. We be missing key words that we
Okay.
gotta
What
dissect.
What
keyword?
is
So-
keyword?
What do you mean by
Hunt.
search?
Search. This is where
Search.
you find men when you at the grocery store minding your own business and you taking care of your house. And oh, who the fuck is this strange nigga want to talk to me? Searching. Oh, you know what? I was just walking in the gas station. Dog, hold the gas. What up, though? Searching. What
Well,
you
that's
think we
the same
out here
thing.
for?
So
This
that's
is
the
our
same
purpose.
thing
This is
women
our-
doing.
No, it's not.
They just started doing
Ain't
that.
no
They doing
woman
that
coming
now.
up to me telling me they want to.
They doing
XYZ
that now.
this-
They doing it now. They didn't used to,
Yes,
but
they
now
is.
they doing it.
Not no real woman.
Not no
Let's just
real
say that.
one,
Not
but
no
they
real
doing
woman.
it now.
Ask the chat.
I used
I'm pretty.
to.
Is it men in here?
Yes,
Ask
man, in
them.
there.
Look, somebody said it's really the blueprint. I mean,
Yeah,
I
right.
kind of agree with
Then
him.
you
I
gotta
mean,
put up 1,000 shots in the
what he
gym
just said
to fuck
all
around
made
and get
sense, right?
20 points.
Don't they
in the
chase you
club.
everywhere?
All right, wait.
What you talking
But
about?
don't they chase you everywhere?
Hold on. All I was
Right,
trying
see,
to make
that's
the point.
because-
Hold on,
Wait.
let me just make my
Give us
point
that
real quick
bill.
before we move
Yeah.
on.
Right.
The
she
only
got that
point I
one.
was trying to
In
make.
her hand with her finger locked
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Right.
The only because we gotta get
Put the camera on this bell for her.
At this point.
all I'm saying is the only point I was trying to make is just like men is out here
It's
searching for
not,
vagina.
man. You can't
Women
say
be
that.
out here searching.
No,
we
it's
like
not.
the dick
It's a
too.
smaller
We want the
percentage.
dick.
Yes, you are, but it's a lot of other shit that you search for.
Okay,
You
so
want
just say it's a
financial
smaller
stability. You want your
percentage.
man to have financial stability. Your man don't need you to have
But
shit.
you go through a
Your
period
nigga
where you
don't
just
need
want.
you to have
And
nothing.
I'm a vouch for this as a woman sitting right here. I
Period.
went through a period where all I wanted was some dick. Nigga, I don't want your money. I don't want your time. I don't
There's
want
a
none
lot
of
of
that.
that.
What
Can you
I
call
want
10
is
other
you to
people?
come over my
Listen,
house and
that's
drop something in
rare,
my
though.
drawers
I
real
can't-
quick.
I can.
Can
What
you
are we
gather a group
saying?
of women that's just like that?
I
I can
can.
go right outside.
I got
right
Yes.
now, and
I got one on the line right now, so you
I
got
can.
two at the table.
Yeah.
I said it. We got one on the line right now that said she about the
I bet you.
business.
How many
Because
people
guess
in
what?
there?
Sometimes we already
'Cause
got that at
sometimes-
home. We got a good job. We got this
Yes.
taken care of. We got our house. We got a car, baby. We just
It
want this
don't.
and get
See,
on.
Listen.
You see
Wait.
what I'm
See,
So
that's
we
saying?
just saying we
That's
do.
because y'all in the frame of thinking that y'all lead. A nigga
No,
don't
it's-
listen. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen, ladies. A nigga don't care
Don't
what
jump
you
in when it's
have.
over.
I don't care how good your job is. I don't care what you do at the crib. When you with me, you under my shit.
That's
so
different than what we
listen,
saying.
listen.
I thought we were
You
talking
saying
about
like
searching for
y'all
vagina.
gonna go, y'all don't need these things. But a man don't care that you got all of these ashes filled on
And
your
Brent say
side.
it's easier for
You know
a
what I'm
woman
saying?
to
We
get some
will
dick.
once
I
we get
agree,
the
Brent.
building with you.
I'm
You
about
get
to
what I'm
touch that.
saying?
Hold
But
on.
when
It
it says
is.
at the
Watch
physical
this.
point, I can care less what you bring home for a check. Because if I ask you out on a date, I'm gonna pay for dinner.
Okay.
I'm
But we're not
I'm
talking
leading the
about
whole
dating,
sex.
Brent.
No,
But
we're
you're
not.
talking about
Yeah,
sex.
we
Yeah,
went
in the
off.
sex
talking about
market.
it, hit it
If
again.
we
went
just
off,
talking
for
about
sure.
in the
Yeah,
sex
we're
market,
not talking
Alright,
about
so
no
wait.
relationship.
in the
So
So
sex
look,
market,
last time.
women
Let me
is
ring
not
my
out here
bell.
offering the goods up like that. 'Cause
Shit, it's a little-
Wait, hold on.
It is some.
So
It
listen,
is some. But
last
it's small
time-
I get what you're saying.
It's
Last
more men out
time,
there.
y'all-
Most
Yeah, I
of
get
the
what you're
men
saying.
out
I get
there
what you're
running
saying.
around like
See,
packs like that.
Yeah.
Listen.
See, I take care of myself. I call a man when I want something and send his ass on his way. Like it's now that's
That's
number
all-
How many
four.
women in here
That's
commented
number
that?
four.
That's the
one.
third
It's,
one.
but no, it's
No,
not.
that's
what
two
y'all-
different
I'm not
people in
to
the
see.
comments.
Listen.
That's what I'm
Y'all
saying.
Okay,
taking
come on,
y'all
y'all, let's
taking my
move on.
words.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
it's
we're
two
not
different
talking about
kinds.
that.
It's
I'm
women
not
that
saying-
do
I'm
like
not-
that,
listen,
and then
I'm
it's
not
not.
saying-
It's men that move like that, and it's some that
saying-
He
don't.
not understanding that.
That's all
Listen,
that
y'all
make
not
is
right.
trying
Y'all
to
not
say.
understanding what I'm saying.
Okay.
Y'all thinking that I'm saying that no woman does this.
Okay.
Okay. You just
I
saying
can
it's
believe
low
it's a small percentage.
There we go.
So-
Thank you.
I think it's
Hold
bigger
on.
than
So
what
let
you
me get
think
to the
it
other
is.
side.
Okay.
So by it being a small percentage of women that do this, that means it's a bigger side percentage of men that do this, right?
Okay.
So y'all are the smaller in this. So we are the more lustful. We are the ones out hunting.
Okay.
Y'all might be willing and go out hunting, but a man out hunting 7 days out the week, 24 hours, he putting up his shots.
You need to be hunting on that
Mhm.
job.
True. But when a man get purpose and shit like that, like how we talked about the Cam Newton shit last week, right? He already got his purpose. He found how to get money and millions of dollars. So why can't he be out here doing
So you should
everything
just
that
be out here
is sowing
making
his
babies.
oats?
What in
He
the-
can do whatever. the
No.
hell he
Okay,
wants.
move
Jesus,
on.
we gonna get on part
That
3.
don't
You
make
keep
it
this
right.
up.
Hold
Let's
on.
pause.
Saying
I mean, he
make it
can,
right,
but it
he
don't make
can't.
it right.
It's his
All right.
You're right.
preference.
That's
As long
fine.
as you say he don't make it right.
Thank
That's
you.
all I'm saying.
That's
It
right,
don't
because you'll
make
be
it right.
called. They'll be calling you for part 3.
That's
It
all
do
I'm
not
saying.
make it right.
If you don't, you gotta start adding at the end because
So
you
you gotta
call for a
start
part
thinking
3.
about all these mental.
Right.
Yeah,
you know,
that
the
part.
mental capacity that we putting on the kids when we doing
Yeah.
that.
So,
Like they
Is y'all
coming in
thinking
the
about
world.
mental capacity that you put on the kids, like the 9 months prior when we in the bedroom doing all this freaky shit to you? No.
nah,
We
bro.
it's all
So-
fun and
Oh,
games
dear
until
God.
somebody pop up pregnant, and now we got to put on our adult pants. So you put yours on first because you knew the pregnancy test came. Like, bam, I gotta be an adult.
No, y'all
Then
off
you
subject.
then
Come
you
on.
give him the news,
Put-
I don't
and
know
now
what
he
y'all
got to
talking
put on
about.
his
Go ahead,
adult
you do
pants.
it.
You want
So
me-
now y'all on 2 different times. It's
That
just-
thing
it just be
scares
like
the
that
shit out of
sometimes.
me.
Hold on, we gotta bring it back to the
That
table.
thing
that.
scares me. Okay, listen. So Maya last week.
Oh, you keep on saying what
Right.
I said
I'm like,
last
You
week.
can't get none in 7
Oh,
days.
am I supposed to be on
Something
Kira?
wrong.
Hold on. It's
What's
Kira.
that?
My bad.
What
Because I did the Maya one. No, because I got to touch this Maya one first.
Touch it.
Because it just goes into what y'all
What
was
I
just talking
said,
about
girl,
a
what I
second.
said.
Because it was like the last time you mentioned multiple times, just like today, you have mentioned that the only reward for a man is
Vagina.
when he's dating is the reward is
Vagina.
sex. Now you didn't say the only, but that was the old top one because you said it 37 times. when I think of reward for just me, even if I was a man, I don't know. I think of something I could be proud of or something that's good and long lasting. So for me, sex is not considered a reward for me because that brings babies. It can bring diseases. So when you think of reward, when you going out and you just going to hunt for sex, like do you know how much shit you can come back with? That's not a reward for me. So if I was a man, of course I'm not a man, but I'm just speaking. You can tell me, is there any men out there to think this way? Is there something else to desire outside of that? Because
Money.
okay,
Success.
but I'm talking about in the women. So for me, I can't just go out and I'm looking for dick. I'm looking for dick. That shit gonna give me gonorrhea. This gonna give me this.
It's gonna
I
give
need
you
a nigga.
something.
Okay.
So for me, my
Okay.
reward, yeah. So shut up. And,
All right, they don't want to let me
Wait,
talk, bro. They don't like.
I'm
hearing
about to
this
let.
shit.
I want you to answer my question. So why is the reward is only just about sex? Why wouldn't the reward be looking for someone with a mental stability that's stable? Because somebody that's mentally stable is not out here just fucking any and everybody unprotected and all this stuff.
Okay,
Like the reward for me just
to-
ain't
to
sex. I
actually
need you to have
really-
your mind right because
to-
I can't just have sex with somebody and come
to
back with a
actually
degree.
really date you successfully, right? I gotta financially be stable because I gotta be able to suffice for these dates and stuff like that. So why do I need your mental? I done already figured that part out.
No, you missed it.
Now you can help
You missed
build
it.
the brand like once we building in a partnership.
Nope, you missing
So
it
what am I missing? To explain
because
it.
I'm talking about. You said the reward is
Mhm.
sex.
Right.
That should not
But you
just be what you want outside looking for. And you said because you already got the money and X, Y, and Z, but that ain't it ain't nothing else you want from a woman. And then when I say mentally stable, I'm talking
Yeah,
about
it is.
you can right now you can go outside and meet a
Yeah,
that's your problem
it
too.
is-
Y'all
it
go out
is.
for the baddest chick and the homegirl gave you syphilis.
Mhm.
What I'm
Or
saying
something.
is, why
Oh,
is that
Lord.
only you don't want to go out and make sure homegirl got it right up here before you allow her to put her mouth
I'm
on
do
you?
all that. I'm picking you apart while I'm on the date.
And that's
with you.
why it's so much AIDS out here. in
I
these
think
streets.
it is some men out here that think like that.
I know it is.
I think
but that's
it's
what
some
I'm
men
saying.
out here
But that's what I'm
that
saying. That's how y'all end
think
up with all these
listen,
certain diseases. You're
that-
not
No,
thinking
see, look,
before y'all go
you
smashing
ask-
somebody.
you
Y'all just
ask-
doing it.
before they
asking a
just
question.
they
That's
don't just
nasty.
give that
That's
You're
why I
stuff
asking a
to
said
question,
anybody.
but
I
y'all
think
so
it's men
emotional
that
y'all ain't giving the floor to hear these answers.
Here the answers. I
Right.
was about to
Take
roll my
that
bed
damn
for you.
bed.
You
Yeah.
jump because soon as you ask me the question, you jump straight back in like, oh, y'all nasty.
No,
You're
because
not
you
a
start
man.
talking about I'm a
Listen,
woman. I'm
I
talking about me.
know,
I
so let
can't go
me
have sex.
explain to you.
I was
let
just
me
bring
asking
you
you to
into-
answer my question. You start talking about financial statuses. I don't want to talk about that. I'm
Okay,
talking about
so
in general.
just
When
the
you go
sex
out and look for a
part, right.
female for the sex part,
You asked me about mental.
that
You was
part
like,
of
you
it.
was like, you ain't looking for the mental. No, because I approached you for your physical. I ain't approach you because you can answer a question in a fucking classroom or you can think your way outside the box.
Right.
That ass was fat. You was pretty. I seen you. Physical. That's just how we move.
Right.
And then when I talk to you a little bit, now this might determine where we gonna go. Because you open your mouth and say some hood rat shit, we gonna stay in some hood rat spots.
Okay.
You open your mouth and got
Okay.
some class and know how to articulate, like, oh damn, she's smart. I like we can build something. So
All
you
right.
gonna gauge this. I'm gonna take you on this date. Maybe I'm gonna spend $150, but this is gonna gauge where you gonna set in my life. You see what I'm saying? You don't know this though, because you out having a blast. You're like, oh, he's such a gentleman. Y'all, I'm thinking in my mind like, shit, I ain't never gonna see you again.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm
Agreed. But
saying?
would you want to go for the hood rat chick? Don't that turn you off? Don't turn you off?
No, why would it?
Because she
Listen,
smashed
let
sweating
me-
niggas
let me-
before
let
she
me-
got
let
to
me- let me
you.
explain
Well, what
to
is
you.
a hood
Okay,
rat
so let
chick?
me
'Cause
explain
that's
to
just
you.
my-
I don't
they
necessarily
nasty.
know what's your
My definition of it.
but let me just say
Okay.
a low maintenance female.
Okay.
Well, I don't think we want to say low
Okay,
maintenance.
well-
Let's just say
I think
low
we get-
maintenance.
I think we get
and
real
ghetto
in-
or something.
Because y'all, a
We
bitch
just
can
gonna
dress up
use-
all day, something
listen,
cute in
we
the
just
club,
gonna-
and you
we
don't
just
know
gonna
what you
use
get.
low
She a
maintenance 'cause
prostitute,
it-
low
listen,
key. You
listen.
don't
We
know.
just
I mean,
gonna
you
use
don't.
low
You don't
maintenance
know.
for
Something gonna turn you
the
off.
lack of better terms. Now, just because you classy, that don't make you more sexier than a hood rat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you got a man that's like I told you, it's all about finance for us. So if if just like shopping for you,
Mhm.
right? When you go in the store and you see something for sale versus full price, and the stuff that you like, you're gonna go over here and purchase the stuff that's for sale more because it's inside of your budget. You know what I'm saying? It's not cramping your stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Quality women require quality shit.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
smaller
Man.
things might not impress this quality woman. That don't mean that you're not trying though. You know what I'm saying? So this small shit that you're doing over here that's not appreciated might be gratefully appreciated over here because it's no motion over here. So it's not the fact of like me and
So
like
stop
hood rats.
judging, Crystal. I ain't judging.
Then like you might be so classy that you're not into the ratchet shit.
Well, maybe. What about for you?
I
Me
think
is that
we
same
missed
way,
it.
right?
Hold
You might
on.
have your
Wait-
status up there.
wait a
You're not into
second.
the little hood rat
Can I say
shit.
No,
one
I'm
thing?
into all of
Can I
that.
say one thing?
All the
We
above.
talking
huh?
about
Quick,
all
because I think we
above.
missed number one. You posed the question from last time, but you didn't pose it right, and then I don't know how we started talking about hood rat chicks.
Mhm.
So where that derived from the last time you was here when you talked about the vagina being a reward,
Right.
it was because we was talking about dating.
Mhm.
We was talking about some women being in a place where they dating where they might not necessarily be having sex
Okay.
because they're being celibate for whatever reason. They not out here smashing, but they
Mhm.
still out here dating.
Yeah.
And so then you went on to say that ain't no man gonna be dating nobody if they ain't gonna be getting no
Yeah, if I
vagina
can't see the pot
because
of
the
gold- yeah, if I can't-
vagina is the reward.
Yeah,
that
if I
was
can't
that
see-
was the conversation that
Mhm.
led to
If-
that.
I would prefer for women to do this. If you
Okay.
don't see yourself sleeping with me or entertaining those type of thoughts, cut this shit short.
Is there
But
a
it's
time
What do you
limit for
mean?
you?
Right.
No, it's not necessarily like I'm waiting like, oh man, shit in 13 days. But yeah, but
That's the way it
but
sounds.
but
It sounds like he be having the timer off.
But like I said, like a man can gauge how you playing them. Like, okay, so if I hit you up all the time, you only want to go to brunch. You ain't cracking them mug at brunch. You can, but it's a good chance that you're not. You see what I'm saying? You call me for dinner. Sometime we mixing it up. That give me a little bit more something to look forward to at the end because maybe at an 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock date, we get to spend intimate time. 12 o'clock, we gonna meet for lunch. Hear me out, please, young lady.
Young lady.
Man, you know what I'm saying?
I was trying to
Like,
hear
lady.
I'm telling you how a man thinks.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
trying to hear what you
If we
was
going
saying.
out for lunch all the time,
Not everyone dating having
Tell me,
sex.
Mike.
right? We not 9 times out of 10, we probably back on what the fuck we was doing for that day. Like, you know what I'm saying? We going
What
back
about
out
people
to
that
what-
celibate?
No.
That's
I
what
wanna
she
answer that.
asked.
I want to answer that piece right there. So again, 2 questions I got to ask you. Number
You
one,
ain't-
the
Sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
The
Sir, yes, sir.
Right.
Sir.
Raise
I
your
feel
hand,
you,
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn.
Come back to the front
I
of the
feel you,
stage
Jocelyn.
Hey,
and
them
ask
brunch
your
days be
question,
lit, bro, but
Jocelyn. Bring
all the
yourself back.
time, and action ain't cracking after them brunch days.
But
though.
see, that's what I was about to say. So, what kind of women? Number
Mhm.
one, I need you to broaden your palette with these women because, again, I'm gonna just go back to myself. Just because we having brunch, if I'm really feeling you like that, we can leave brunch and go smash. There's nowhere in the dating or the play handbook to say we gotta smash only after
I
dinner.
don't like how you taking my words and running
That's
with
what you
I
just
did
said.
not say that.
Sir, I'm
My
gonna repeat what
exact
you said.
words were. I'm not saying. See, you.
I hope
like
he did just so I can run it back on the camera. Say no.
You saying that like we cannot do that. I'm telling you that the percentage, the success ratio.
Where you getting that? Where you
His
getting that
pie
ratio
chart.
from?
Is
Where's
it
the
chart?
pie chart? I
Oh,
gotta
man.
see.
Hey, well, you know what I need y'all to do? I need one of y'all to run an experiment.
Can I
And
ask you?
What's the experiment? We gonna run it. Go ahead.
Go
What
out
is
to
it?
the
Tell me.
dating
I like
world
experiment.
as a man. And
As a
tell
man?
me, yes.
How she gonna do
Let me
that?
ask one question.
Go
Can
out
you
as
tell
your
me what
stud
age
self.
bracket-
The one that want to go out with the
I'm
Johnny
already
Manson.
born, and they really gonna think
No,
I'm a man.
listen,
Brandon.
listen,
I need y'all to
Brandon.
Brandon.
What's going on?
Can you tell me what age bracket we referring to? Can you give me an age bracket? Because I'm really trying to understand. So I need to. You got to
might
paint
not
a
be-
picture for me. What
Okay.
age bracket of women are you referring to where such things cannot
When you
occur?
say man's, most men are thinking about. I mean, you know.
So, all right. So let's say, we can go to brunch at any age point in time.
But
But I would
what-
say like this probably like in your later 20s. When you
Right.
thinking
So
about
then
brunch
what?
and shit like
So
that.
when you said, because you said most likely if we going to brunch, if she calling me all the time because she want to go to brunch,
yes.
most likely she ain't thinking about smashing.
Yeah. I'm not saying that it might be further in your mind
Okay,
than
it's
hitting me
further-
up at nighttime
Okay,
because
so
I know
what
it's cracking
age-
at nighttime.
Okay, right. So what I'm asking, my question, I just need you to go back and follow me through this because it's gonna
Yeah,
go
oh, yeah.
somewhere.
Now
what-
that's in the morning, bro. That's breakfast. That ain't brunch. I'm talking about like 12, 1 o'clock. 2
Okay,
o'clock,
hold on.
middle of
So
the daytime.
depending on
Kids
the
about to get
time
out.
that the girl
Nobody
call
is
you, you
answering my
saying
question.
Yeah,
it make a
depends on-
difference.
So
All right, let her
that
Nobody
answer.
do.
Let her finish her
Nobody
question.
is
Yeah.
at nobody.
Go
is
ahead,
asking.
Maya.
It's the same
Go
thing
ahead,
happening.
Maya. Goodness gracious,
So
Maya. Go ahead.
again,
Mhm.
what age bracket is the
I have
man?
no idea
Okay,
because
thank
I ain't
you.
out here
Okay,
behind this
so
chart of the age demographic. That's kind of
that's
like
very important in this
He said,
conversation.
I'm trying
so
to
we'll
help
leave
you,
this.
man.
So then the second part of
Don't
that,
get caught up, really.
so then the second part of that is because again, there's levels to this dating. It's levels
is.
to the type of women you dating, the age bracket, and the kind of things that they want to do. And that's all I'm trying to kind of get you to understand and educate you a little bit further on. Because just because the homegirl calling, because she might just like brunch. I'm a brunch girl. I loves me some brunch. But that don't mean that the furthest thing from her mind is smashing. Just because she going to dinner, she can call you every night for dinner. That don't mean she want a nightcap with you when y'all get through having
Alright, and
dinner.
didn't I say that we picking you apart?
So
I
again,
told
I'm
you this,
asking
right?
you
So,
what
all right,
age
all right, all right.
bracket
Let's
are
just
we
say we had
referring
5
to?
dates, right? 4 of these dates was brunches.
So that mean we ain't
2
smashing?
of these dates,
Okay.
we went back to our regular, what's the name? One of these dates, we might have hung around each other a little bit. It's in the middle of the daytime, man. I'm chasing money. I got purpose. I ain't out this bitch about to fuck around with you too motherfucking long. Listen, at nighttime, my day slow the fuck down. See what I'm saying? I'm off work. My phone ain't ringing as much.
Sir.
It's slowing down though. I'm just telling you me.
I know.
Thank you,
personally.
Jessica.
I'm
That's
just
what I'm
only
really
talking
trying to
about
get
me
him to
personally.
say.
And that's
He's speaking
why
about
some
younger people.
Me, I'm gonna just speak for myself in the dating world.
Mhm.
I don't even know
I don't
about
like
younger
when guys
people
call
because
me
even
late
when
at
I was
night, because
young,
to
I
me-
don't
I'm
operate
talking
like
about,
that, so I can't say
real
age.
dating hours,
I don't
like
never
7,
think
8
stuff
o'clock.
as an age.
Like we can go
Okay.
out to eat at 7, 8 o'clock. This is prime time. This is when all the good TV shows come on. When I got your focus. I ain't talking about booty call hours.
So what's
But
We
you
booty
doing
call
a
hours?
recap.
I'm talking about like
This a
8, 9
recap.
o'clock.
That's
Let's
the
go out to
topic.
eat.
Okay.
We can
Recap
go out to eat.
of
Now we
Okay.
got
It's
9,
2
10,
sides to
11,
every
wherever the hell
story.
the time gonna take us.
No smashing times.
My point exactly. So don't I want to put myself in the highest probability to be
Mhm.
smashing? Why would I be out this bitch
Speaking from a
going-
man.
Right.
Okay.
And what's the highest probability to get smashed?
When the liquor and the drinks is
Oh.
flowing at night.
Man,
can you
when
tap
y'all
in?
working,
Man,
when
tap
all
into
of this
this.
shit is going on.
Is
This
that the
what we
highest time
think.
to
That don't mean
smash?
that it's
Right,
actually
right.
a
They on
fact.
they on Diddy behavior.
He back there looking like he agree. He ain't over
You
here,
agree
but
with
we
him?
got somebody back
Come
here
on,
in
yeah.
the dark.
Full-heartedly. Wait. Did you see how
That-
fast he agreed? Do you see how fast he agreed? Do you see how
Come on,
fast he
yeah.
agreed? Do you see how fast he agreed? Me and him ain't
He's
never
a
met.
man, that's why.
Listen, me and him
And
ain't
Frank,
never met.
and Frank
We
said,
ain't
"Bro,
never
you
hung
killing
with
us."
each other.
He kill y'all for
Go to
sure.
show you
Man.
that men think alike.
Well, you got one man to say you out
So
here
all
killing.
all
You
y'all
say
men
you
think
killing
the
us.
So this is why I can't wait to do that
men
men's part, because I promise you there are gonna be a lot
Like,
more
it's a lot
that
of-
agree
it's a
and
lot
of-
disagree.
think
I don't think
all
they're all
men
gonna be
think
that
like
way.
that.
I don't either.
They not. I'm just telling
Yeah.
you.
So what percentage do you think like that?
It's probably 50-50.
And Jessica said, "There's
Maybe.
no, there's
I
no
say
smashing
50-50.
I feel
time."
you
He
with
said,
that.
"Bro, you killing us."
And that's
Yeah,
why I
see,
asked
see,
about
Ant-
age.
See, Ant trying to motherfucking smash while the kids at school. See, I'm at work, bro, so I can't even be over there. I gotta call off work to go get the yams, bro. So
I
that don't
gotta
work for
call
me.
off
You
work
feel
to
what
go
I'm
get
saying?
the yams.
You know what I'm saying?
Lord.
I'm waiting on this one.
And Jessica said, "There's
That's what I wanted to know.
This is the point I was trying to get to. There's no smashing time.
You right.
That's the point I'm saying. Like that's why I asked
Y'all
for the
is
age.
still taking this shit the wrong
No, it's
way.
not.
Right.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what it
'cause
is.
I feel, the time
You
is
like-
Because
you
it's
like-
Y'all take it down for
taking
real.
it- when
That
I'm
time
getting
frame
the
is
point
real
that
little.
he's
Alright,
making.
so look,
Yeah.
I get the point that he's
It's only
making.
her.
There's no
I get the
smashing
point
time.
that he
There's no
You're
makes.
trying to say
There's no correct smashing time.
I get what he's
Nigga,
trying to
there
say.
isn't any
Look,
given time
Crystal,
at the
I get what
drop
he's
of a
trying
dime.
to say.
You see what I'm saying?
Huh.
I
But
get
we
it.
talking
I get what
about
he's trying to
prime
say.
Right.
We talking about
Okay.
success
Like,
rate versus
like
fail.
a hood rat girl gonna be at the
Who
club
you want to be
twerking, blah, blah, blah.
successful
He's
in your
saying
dating
that
market,
the
or you want to be
different time
failing?
frames gonna
If you want to
depend
fail, go
on
out of breakfast
what
all
kind
the
of
time, bro. Go out to
mood
these
you
motherfuckers
trying to
and
be
see
in.
how
Right,
much
you're
you
not
get
trying to
your
waste your
money.
time. You're trying to
Yeah,
answer
I'm
what
trying
you're
to
see how
trying to
much
do.
you get your wheels
Right,
spent and how
okay.
many free meals you pay for.
And you say
before
that's
you get
50-50 though, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I learned it. From
He
being on
he
the
did
other
Jocelyn.
side. So how you think
Jocelyn,
I
he
think this
dancing. He
way?
got his dancing shoes on, baby. He dancing. He tap dancing
Okay,
around.
Crystal, what's the
All
next
right,
thing
so
on
wait.
there?
So this one is gonna probably carry you
Y'all
over
just
real
stressed
fast.
me out
right?
with that
You
one
want me
first.
to?
So I'm just gonna go for
Yeah,
this one.
ring it.
Ring the bell. We gotta
So,
hear the question. Go
Last
ahead.
week, this was Kira. So last week we touched on how a man splits his time between two households
Mhm.
when he has kids with one woman who be considered his baby mama,
Mhm.
and maybe kids with another woman who's maybe the girlfriend or wherever he currently resides. I liked your thought process on it because what did you say?
What did he say?
What did you say? that's how
So
you
much
handle it. It
going on,
reflects
yeah.
on how he grew up. However he handling it, it kind of reflects on how he grew up. May not be the right way about it, but it reflects on how he grew up,
Mhm.
whether right or wrong. My problem, and this is defending Kira's statement back then, was why is it so much light and controversy calling the woman problematic when she trying to secure financially secure things when she go to get child support? Why is it so much light splayed on just that part and her, and she's considered problematic when there is no light shaded on when there's no light shed on the man that is not securing his time, splitting his time between those two households? Because there's a lot of men that is not favoritism, but it may look like that in the children's eyes. So you may think you may think the child support is hindering the child, and is drawing a wedge between them two. In reality, he in two households, he's splitting the he's not splitting his time correctly. He's in one household, he's with this child all the time, so he's not thinking about what she's doing in that other household. So why is it so much like just, oh my gosh, she did child support? It's child support,
Yeah,
child
why do
support.
y'all take
The
it so
whole world hated
personal?
so much when it's child support. We
Like,
securing
I
that,
would-
but you did not secure your time properly.
But
Me
listen to
personally,
what you
I
just
wouldn't-
said. Oh, I want to
I
answer
wouldn't
that.
care
'cause-
about the child support. The child support thing would only be like a negative reflection of you if your whole reason of child support is because I don't want to be with you.
Oh, okay,
You see what I'm
that's
saying?
different.
That's already, you're not doing that out of necessity. You're doing that shit out of spite.
I
You're
agree.
using the child as a weapon. So anytime you want to use that shit as a weapon formed against me, my child will get old enough to look for.
But
his
every
dad.
man says that.
I'm not
Go
just
to the
because you in the
percentage of
shit.
that.
Yeah, nah, that probably
Go
is
to the
true.
percentage of that.
But this is a fact though. At some point in time, your child will get old enough to get
I
curious
agree.
about it. So whatever character you build or tell your child about their father in his absence, they will find the truths in that shit. You know what I'm saying? So a man kind of know that, like, you know what I'm saying, with time this shit'll grow. Like maybe I can't come around and be impactful in their life right now because me and the mama can't get along. I'm not saying that he right for going over here and spending more time over here because each child need equal time. But as we know, the way of the world, that shit don't go
So
like
are we
that.
speaking like the mother doesn't let you come over to see the child, or you can't take the child because you're saying you can't split the time even?
So
I've
The
seen-
same
I've
age?
So
seen-
physically, we all know you can't split the time easily. My question was why we're not spreading more light on that? Because guess what? You're gonna commit 40 hours to your job because you need that money, right? But you also brought a life to this world, so you have to find time to spend the time with that child as well.
Same way
You
we do.
cannot dedicate
I agree.
40 hours in the household with the children that you had with that child's mother and only give the children on the other household 12 hours.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying that you gotta give them 40 and 40 because it's impossible.
Mhm.
You
The
can't be two
court
places
don't
at
do it,
once.
though.
But you
That's
can't.
the thing. The
No,
court don't
outside
do
the
it.
courts. We're not talking about the courts. This
But
is
that's
just
how child support.
okay.
get
Not
involved,
child
the
support. I
court.
said versus. I said why is there so much light spread on child support and no one's spreading light on the men that don't split their time
But you can set up
appropriately
your own time without the
outside
court
of
as
child
well, with
support.
the
I'm
court
just
too.
saying physically
A
that
lot of these
men
people-
don't go do the
Mhm.
extra mile with the children outside the household. How often do you see
I
the
just don't
men
like-
take the child outside of the household they're in to come over to this household?
And I don't
I
like
see-
that they
nah,
label women
I can
bitter.
speak. I can speak that because I've seen that. Like, I got friends that's great fathers, like, you know what I'm saying, and spend
Yeah.
time with. They blend it though. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
how it's supposed to be.
All women not doing that. You see what I'm saying?
I get
All of y'all don't have the mental capacity.
I
or-
agree.
Or the patience and the calmness to realize that you blocking the blessing.
But
you
versus
gotta-
getting one because you could
We just
either
had that
have
conversation.
two mothers.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Two households, two Christmases. The more the better for the child because this is what it's for, right? But
It depends on the
it
circumstance.
depends on the circumstance.
Exactly.
between
Because
the
if you went
mother
out and had a
the-
baby on me, it's kind of hard for me to mentally be like, oh.
And everybody got to
okay.
heal,
You
and
don't gotta
it's
love-
all
see, look,
circumstances
No,
are
it ain't
different.
about
I
loving.
understand
It's just you just got to give me my time though.
But
Yeah, I
your
get that. You
time
gotta-
can't
but see,
be
look,
equal
look.
though. It's
See,
no
you-
way to
you-
equal it
you
if
can
one
join
parent
in-
is
you
not
can
in the
join the
household.
hurt
It can't
that
be
the
equal.
man caused you with cheating and going to go get another baby with the baby too. You see what I'm saying? That's separate. These are separate entities. You see what I'm saying? So whatever I did to you that hurt you,
You got to
yeah,
put
I
that
ain't
to the
do that.
side.
Yeah.
Right.
I ain't do that to my baby.
Right. I
You
agree.
see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So you can't be like, oh, you hurt my feelings, so you would treat the baby like this. No. I treated you like this. Maybe you deserve this shit. The baby ain't got nothing to do with that. You see what I'm saying? So you can't conjoin them. Sometimes it's hard to teeter that line though. You know what I'm saying? I get that.
So when I
Yeah.
asked you this question
Mhm.
last week, it wasn't this exact way.
Mhm.
I was talking about how you split. Well, she was talking about how you split the time between the two,
Mhm.
and you were saying that you want men to think like y'all. So, and we were saying we don't want you to Maya said this. We don't want you to think like us. We just want you to think. And you agreed.
Mhm.
But what I'm saying is, so like how you just said, you cannot split the time equally between the two. There's a lot of men that be in the house with their children they live at home with,
And
they're
still
doing
don't be
homework,
there.
right? No, I'm just saying they're home with these children that they in the house with. They can be doing homework. They go out and shoot some hoops. Right there, you got a boy at this house with you. You're gonna take him out to the backyard and shoot some hoops. Now you're spending time with the child that you live with. What's wrong with taking that child and y'all go pull up at the park while you go pick up the other child?
Nothing. I think that's.
So what I'm saying, and now
that's the
you were
perfect
saying that
solution.
we don't want you to think how we want you to think. We just want you to think.
See,
You
but
gotta
it
you gotta figure out a way to use your time. You made that decision to have 2 children and 2 different women. So now you
Sure.
gotta learn how to split your time
Sure
up. No,
enough,
you
bro.
can't give this one 40 like this one getting 40 because they live there and sleep with you.
But
But
if-
you gotta find ways.
But if people
Nobody
were
wants
able
to do that.
discuss this and bring that solution to the table without the egos and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure a lot more would work like that. Like, you see how calm we having this conversation.
Because
Most of the
Mhm.
some time will be
it's not
different
going like
for
that
different
because
people. Some people
either the
accept
man probably
different
been
things with the
absent
time.
and
There we
you-
go.
Yeah.
and the
Thank
man
you.
probably done been
Some
absent and you
accept
got some
different
spite.
things
Like,
with
hold
the
on, let
time.
me tell you,
Thank
nigga, you
you.
ain't been doing what you supposed
Thank
to be doing.
you.
But that's not receptive.
It's not, and
We
I agree
need-
with that.
We need, instead of piling problems on the table, you need to pile solutions on the table.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
And that's what I was saying. Most of the time when it's already spiteful like that, this is why people got to stop having outside kids. Because if you would have came into the process like this, if you would have came
agree.
in doing it that way, it wouldn't have been that problem. It wouldn't be that
Some
problem.
men are bitter too.
Yeah, man, be better.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, if he would have started off, if you would have started off that way, how you gonna complain about something if it's already started that way? Most men are not doing that at all, and then the stuff. That's why you get kids who say, "Oh, it's favoritism. He liked that child better than me because you wasn't spending
a lot
time
of people
properly."
grown in age but not grown mentally, so you expecting something out of a person that ain't even there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you lived a long time don't mean you experienced a lot.
Agreed.
So how y'all feel about 50 Cent with how he deal with his son?
I don't know how he deal with
How-
how he deal
what?
with him.
He don't deal with him at
Well,
all.
Oh, the
but he
oldest one.
tried.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
you're talking about his
tried.
oldest
Right,
son.
right,
Right.
right. Yeah.
At some point in time,
So in that space,
And how many more
what
he got?
how do he one more? How is he supposed to deal with that situation?
and stay
Because
away
people
from-
call him a bitter daddy. He horrible. He don't do
No, he
this. He
not.
don't do that. He was giving that lady $50 million a year for
Mhm.
child support. She went and took him to court
Mhm.
when his get rich or die trying made all his money because she wanted more.
Uh-huh.
And she didn't know that he didn't own that yet. So she got less.
Mm.
She got $8,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
He let her keep getting $8,000 a month from $50 million.
Mm-hmm.
And his son didn't agree with that. He played a videotape of her calling one time. Her son was 14 years old. She asked him to buy 20 pair of shoes because the boy on the bus said he had 10. So everything to him was about money.
$500,000
Okay.
a year.
So,
Because
But
that mama put
then-
that in the head.
You right, but
Mhm.
then he got grown,
Mhm.
went and messed with the ops. You went with his enemy to get back at him.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
And now he cut ties with him, and the world like, that's your son.
Hell no.
What do you
Listen,
mean?
listen.
So
That's
he-
another.
I'm just saying, it's just-
briefly, let me briefly.
because we gotta hang
Look,
up.
I raised you if like, okay, so he didn't really raise him because he raised him financially. So all right, so
he was in the house in the beginning
so
as
if
a
I
baby
raised
when
you,
they was
man,
together.
you don't bite the hand that feeds you. Where's your loyalty? Where's your respect?
But his
Bro,
mom fed him all that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's your loyalty to me? You see what I'm saying?
But-
Because at some point in time,
Yeah, we there.
your little son gonna come into a man.
It's not. I know
You
it's
know what
not
I'm
50
saying?
million. It was 500,000.
So like,
What?
you know what I'm saying? Like,
What'd I say?
50 million a year.
Oh.
Like, once your son become
500,000 a
man,
year.
like,
Yeah, who was
You
that?
ain't gonna be clashing on these man issues like that, bro. You a
But-
grown ass man too. So
I
you
don't
gonna
know
respect
the-
me as such.
I don't
or it
know the
gotta be-
story,
I don't
but
Yeah, it was
again,
kinda
if
messed
the
up.
but you got if from what I see,
Well, he wanted a
What I see
relationship
now
I was just about to
is-
say, do he
50
want
That's
did.
what it
Yeah,
is.
50
Or he want
did.
money?
What
But
I was
then
speaking
he's
to
also-
what you said when they get grown,
Uh-huh.
then they grow
but
up. When
again,
they
we
turn
go back
18, they
this
want to come
social
back
media.
around.
So yeah, his mama was probably feeding him, and I'm sure she was puppeteering a lot of that.
Mhm.
But then as a child, I see this, but then I also see you with your other son.
The other
Oh.
son wasn't born yet though. He only like what 10 now.
Yeah.
He-
The oldest boy
So
like
do y'all
27.
So do
Right,
y'all
he
believe
grown
that
now.
you-
But
He's
he been
27 and
posting
he ain't never had no ties
But
with
what
his
I'm
son.
saying is,
Mm-mm.
50 Cent been posting that little Sire. He been posting him since that boy came
Yeah.
out the
So
vagina.
you don't
So
Yeah.
at some point, the older son seen the way he
Yeah.
was,
And
And he was also a
projecting,
teenager.
Yeah,
and
but
he
you
was
gotta-
a teenager.
Mhm.
So if I'm sure he felt some type of way
Probably did.
because he wasn't. And again, the mama probably had, but from 50 Cent's point of view, you also have to look at it from the kid's point of view.
Mhm.
I understand that things happen the way they happen. But a kid is just saying, I see you, and go back to the time thing. All he see is that he's posting, hugged up,
Yeah.
traveling, geared up
And
at the
kids
on
are
the red
kids.
carpet.
They not grown yet.
And it wasn't his fault. It was his mom's fault. Like you
Right.
said, she fed him that.
Nah,
Right,
look,
but
though,
Yeah.
but when
But when he
you,
went to the ops, like
See,
it what
but
you
you
saying.
see-
that's
you see 50
27.
Cent
He
doing
grown
that.
now.
Yeah,
That's
he
not a
probably-
kid. That's
probably
a
He's not
grown
a
man.
kid now, but he probably
probably
is
have
still-
a
learned from
kid
that
mentality.
mistake, man. He learned.
Thank
but 50
you.
Cent,
Kid
we all
mentality.
grow and blossom, man. 50 Cent probably learned from the mistakes that he made with him, and he seen
Right.
how that kid was. What's his name? He wasn't gonna make them same mistakes with his next kid.
Right.
So just because you stubborn and you got this hatchet that you holding against me, because 50 Cent reached out to him.
That's all I was
Multiple
Oh,
saying.
he
times.
did.
And he
to
said
be
he only want to
in
do
his-
it on
like, you know what I'm
TV.
saying? You don't want to
Like,
deal with me, bro. All right.
So he wanted to make money.
do what you
Exactly.
do. What you do.
So
then,
no,
young
maybe
man.
he want
You know
and
what I'm saying? I
again, maybe
raised
he
you to-
only want to
to
do
this
it on
point.
TV because you showcasing your other son on TV. So
But I wouldn't
showcase
do
me
it
on
like that
TV
if I'm
too.
trying to get to reconnect with my
Why
dad.
not? Why not?
I mean, he
You re-
dogged him publicly too.
again, and you reconnecting
Oh,
with your
50
other
did?
son.
Of course.
So
You
as a
reconnecting
parent-
with your other
so
son
as a-
publicly.
So as a parent, you just take shit from your child.
No.
I'm not
But we
saying
have
you
to-
take, but you have to understand because that child is still a child.
That's
and you have
another
to try to
conversation
understand
because
what that
it
you
is
know,
child
because,
that's a-
but that's
Yeah.
because I was speaking on them as now. He
Yeah.
adult,
They
and
grown
she
men,
said
so
about
he-
when they
as a
turn
grown
18,
man,
they
he's
usually
supposed to
come
go to his
back
daddy.
But that
and want to
don't mean-
rekindle,
but that
and when
don't
the
mean he got
parent
grown
don't.
man mentality.
So
No,
would
it
you
don't
say?
matter.
Just saying.
He ain't
I
have a
was
man.
just
And you just
asking.
said
The world
it
gonna
goes
force
by
it.
how you was
The
raised,
world-
though,
the
right?
world-
So he was
He was
fatherless.
raised with his mother,
So
right?
you
Yeah,
said you're
so-
gonna lack a lot when you
Yeah, you-
missing
you-
certain things. So he
right,
didn't have a
right.
daddy, and he had to
But
watch
the
his daddy grow
world-
up in the public eye,
The
not
world-
claiming him, or being told whatever his mama was
He live a
telling
regular
him.
life right now, right?
So,
And
I don't
however
know,
old
but we
he
gotta go,
is,
y'all.
However old he is, you know what I'm saying? He live a regular life now, so the world gonna show him. He ain't experienced enough life. He ain't lost nobody. People ain't dying close to him. He live a privileged life. He is very ungrateful. You see what I'm saying?
What was his privileged life? He never had his.
$8,000 a month that your mom and them giving you.
probably
niggas
wasn't
out-
giving- he probably wasn't seeing
He
that.
probably not, but he probably living a way more privileged life than the boy next door to you.
I agree.
He don't.
All right then.
I agree.
So
I was just saying.
at what
he
point
don't
in
wanna
time do you
rekindle
realize?
relationships.
So
what
would you, as a
No.
man, want to rekindle the relationship?
Once I reach my hand out to you and you a grown man and you smack my hand away from me, I can accept you being immature as a child. But we gotta have a grown man conversation.
He ain't
You're
no
not willing
grown
to come to
man.
the table.
He 27.
Yeah.
His
20.
age don't make
Mentally,
you grown.
he's
Man,
I
he
wasn't
not-
grown
He's
until
not mentally
almost 30.
incapable.
Me too.
He's not
It's a lot of
mentally
stuff you
incapable
grow
of
and you
comprehending
learn.
what
I
man-
get it.
He know he gotta pay bills. He know how to respect other men. So why you gonna respect your
I
dad?
just hope that
Personally,
generational
I
curse
cannot
don't roll down
disown
when
a
he
child
has
of
a
mine
son.
just because you didn't
Nah,
want to
but we-
rekindle at this age. I would
But
continue
I
to
can
try. I ain't
love
gonna say I
you
would
from a
continue to overextend myself, but I will continue to try until that time
And see,
comes.
I think
I can
that's
love
a
you from a
big
distance.
yeah, that's
It's a deeper conversation because I'm not.
A
you didn't
lot of people
disrespect-
don't
you
know
didn't- yeah,
what it
it's
is
not-
with adult children until they have adult
Right,
children.
but
agree.
we our
Your
adult
adult
asses gotta get
children
off
can
this
do
live.
some
We got a
things to
podcast
you
coming behind
that
us, y'all.
live.
Come on,
Would
y'all.
y'all
You
agree
know,
they gotta live?
Period. I'm sorry, y'all. We cannot finish this. We got a podcast right after this. Thank y'all for tuning
And we
in.
podcast
appreciate
on
Sorry
y'all.
for being
Coming
late.
back.
Thank y'all for
Clearly, he's
having
gonna
me
need another
again,
part
you
2,
know.
part 4, 5, 6, 7. Because
Right.
he just be here dropping gems. We need to argue with him. The comments be arguing with him, so we gotta finish it out. But thanks y'all for tuning in. We love y'all.
Thank y'all for having me again.